Well, I've been waiting years for this. My original day one Blu-ray release was one of the infamous Lionsgate launch Blu-rays to succumb to disc rot. So I had to replace it. And what better way to do that than with the 20th anniversary Steelbook? We got our 4K upgrade of The Devil's Rejects. As someone that's watched it on every format it's ever been released on, how does this hold up? Let's get into it. Hello everyone, my name is Jeff, and welcome back to my channel, JOHNDOEJUGGALO. If this is your first time here, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Like my daughter says, it's free, and you can always change your mind later. If this is not your first time here, welcome back. This is where you're going to find me discussing my favorite things about movies and music, video games, and the physical medias that surround all of those types of mediums. So please sit back and relax and check out this next video.
If you're out there listening to this, I got a message for you. I'm coming to get you. You can't run forever.
All right, y'all, so we're going to get right into it. Of course, Lionsgate hit us with a non-Lionsgate limited steelbook for this. I grabbed this off of Amazon, and they came in clutch because I actually got it a day early, and we've already watched it. I was not expecting it to be here so early. I was also not expecting it to be as beautiful as it is. We get that really nice Lionsgate slipcover, you know, that everyone's come to love from Lionsgate. I really dig these. Now, this artwork in this is great, but we have to be careful about how we open this, because there is something about this steelbook that I found to be just a little bit odd. Okay. So you got to be a little careful when we go to open this, because this inside this steelbook, there were some really neat little extra, like postcard type things, right? We had like art cards, which we don't get on standard releases, and this is most definitely a standard release. It's not marketed as a Lionsgate limited. I got this bad boy right on Amazon, you know. So we got these art cards in here. Absolutely love them. These things are so cool. It's like scenes from the movie. Now what's neat about them is, see, they also have the artwork on the back. They got the little cards. It's like the text, the script that goes with the scene. Very cool little special that we get inside this really nice steelbook. Like I said, this is a very nice premium package for a regular studio release. I feel like they did pretty top notch. Now the reason why I had to be careful when I opened it is because we have this really nice steelbook that's housing 3 beautiful discs, okay? But see this side here? There's no clips. There's usually clips on the inside of the steelbook, and the clip is usually what would hold in the art cards. So be careful when you go to open up your steelbook. Those art cards will fall out if you're not careful. So, but look at this. We got that they put in the entire 30 Days of Hell documentary, and that thing is like 2.5 hours long. I mean, it's longer than the movie. We're gonna go ahead and pull these discs out as well so we can see this cover art. You seen that disc? You know, that was the 4K disc there. Very neat artwork, you know. And then we got another Blu-ray disc with the film on it. Now this is not the same Blu-ray disc that was in the old pack that succumbed to the disc rot. Which you got to be careful about what pack you buy it on Blu-ray, because if you get like the double pack that just comes with House of 1000 and The Devil's Rejects, if you get the pack that just comes with the first two movies, those are actually the original Blu-rays repackaged that are still susceptible to the disc rot. So if you want to make sure that you get even future-proof Blu-rays, or ones that don't have that issue, you want to get the trilogy Blu-ray set, which you can get on Groove for about $12 to $15. Now, once we take all the discs out, we have a really nice art in here that matches up with all those art cards. It's like a Grand Theft Auto style art, in my opinion. I still don't think the artwork on the inside is nearly as good as the artwork on the outside. I absolutely love this. It's a full-on wraparound. Really dig these style steelbooks. It's just really beautiful. It's got the whole cast there. So about what's inside this steelbook, what they house in here is some really great things for us. So as you see, that third Blu-ray disc, that's just the 30 Days in Hell, the making of The Devil's Rejects. That's about a 2.5 hour long documentary. Now, you know, this film is only like 108 minutes or so long, I think, 110 minutes maybe. So not quite 2 hours. So the documentary is longer than the movie. Now, I'm not really sure if there's different features on the Blu-ray disc, because the 4K disc seemed to have had all the same special features as the Blu-ray disc. So I'm not really sure what they were going for here, and unless there's just something extra on the Blu-ray disc that I didn't notice was not on the 4K, but the 4K seemed to have all the archival features. And we had all the audio commentaries. We had our Spalding Christmas commercial, our Buck Owens music video, so the Otis home movie. It came with all the archival special features that it's ever had, and they have them housed on the 4K disc and the Blu-ray disc. So we're getting quite a bit of bang for buck within this package. Not only do we get a really nice package, we get some very nice discs within this package. Now, how does this film look? My goodness, you guys. This movie looked so good. I'm not really sure why this isn't a Lionsgate Limited. It totally fits the bill. I felt like this 4K, I mean, it looked the best I've ever seen it. And I've seen this film on VHS, PSP, DVD, Blu-ray. And I haven't seen it in quite a few years because my Blu-ray stopped working a couple years ago. But I don't think any of those formats hold a candle to what 4K does for this film. Some standout scenes. Obviously, the beginning, where they're all there in the house, and you see all the gunfiring and stuff, and all the dust and the bullets flying, and all the house kind of like breaking apart. You know, like the wood shattering and all that kind of stuff. All that looked really good as Otis and Baby are escaping and kind of running through the fields and stuff. All that exterior outside scene looked really good. Another scene that really I feel showed off the HDR and like the contrasting colors were when they were in the hotel room. there was a lot of browns and stuff in there, but there was a lot of, but it seemed to contrast very well. And then, you know, we had, when they were in the whorehouse, there was a lot of bright, vibrant colors in there. All those kind of popped real nice. Like I said, all the exterior scenes looked amazing. Obviously, when they're in the car at the end, that was probably one of the nicest looking scenes, because it's all outside, has all the exterior scenes in the mountain, and lots of blood, obviously, and bullets flying and all that. So it, like I said, that looked amazing. I actually think, though, one of the parts that looked the best to me was at the end. At the very, very end of the movie, when the credits are rolling, and you're like, it's like the camera's driving down the road and the road's in front of you. It felt like you were the whole hood ornament on a car, and you were driving through the scenery. It looked so great. I mean, the film shined pretty much the entire time. Those were just some of the points where I was watching the film and I'm like, this looks so good. When Captain Spaulding is in dreamland, you know, and in his like apartment, like I said, all of it just looked so good. All the natural lighting and everything made it just really pop. So visuals, A+. I'm gonna say leagues better than the Blu-ray that I originally had, which was a day one release for the film, basically. The visuals. Now the audio I feel is where they're kind of lacking. Maybe they didn't have a better audio track to work with to upgrade it. This is still the same 5.1 DTS that they've been using for years. And if I'm not mistaken, I think the Blu-ray even had a 7.1 that they did not use here. I think that this could have easily been improved with a Dolby Atmos track. At the very beginning of the film, when they're in the shootout and they're shooting up the house and all the bullets were flying and whizzing overhead, that would have sounded amazing with a little bit of height. But in all honesty, it still sounded really good coming through my Atmos setup. I think that this is a very, very nice release for this film. Why it didn't get the Lionsgate Limited treatment is beyond me. I'm actually kind of okay with it because I've never ordered anything through Lionsgate Limited. I like to just kind of order through Amazon and Walmart, and then, you know, like the Movie Room and Orbit DVD, those types of places. So it was really nice that this just kind of popped up on Amazon, and it was just basically a standard release, because anybody can grab it, and I think you should. If you're a fan of this film, I think that you will be pleasantly surprised with the jump from the Blu-ray to the 4K. And the Blu-ray was good. I mean, the Blu-ray was one of those early on Blu-ray discs that when it released, it's one that I liked to use to show off how good a TV looked. I wanted to show it off to my friends, that kind of stuff. I used Devil's Rejects. It was a good Blu-ray disc. And this is a better 4K disc. So I'm going to give this one my stamp of approval, guys. I'm going to rate this. I'm going to rate this a 9 out of 10 if I'm going to put a number on it. And I'm going to say you should totally grab it up. It's available on Amazon right now. I'm going to leave my affiliate link for it down below. If you would like to purchase it, please use the link. It helps the channel out just a little bit, and it doesn't cost you anything extra. And if you're not a fan of the film, I still suggest you try it out if you've never seen it before. Now, if you've already seen it and you know you don't like it, I'm not going to tell you that this is going to change your mind on that. This is a 20-year anniversary. The film's been around for a couple decades now, so if you don't like it, you already know you don't like it. But if you've never seen it, I say find it and watch it. Check it out. It pays a lot of homage to a lot of classic horror movies. And it still gives you that, like, action, if you like action-y movies as well. Well, if you guys stuck around for this whole review today, thank you. I know I don't do a lot of those here on the channel, but every once in a while, I get really excited about a release. And I was very excited about this one. I needed to upgrade this in my collection. I needed to add it back to my collection. I also need to add House of a Thousand Corpses back to my collection as well, because both of those Blu-rays, which were very early purchased Blu-rays, I bought them in my collection when they were new release Blu-rays, basically, and they both succumbed to disc rot. So I no longer have House of a Thousand Corpses in my possession either. I just have Devil's Rejects and Three from Hell. And you know, if this can get a good Steelbook and Three from Hell can get a good Steelbook, that's 4K. I say it's time for us to get House of a Thousand Corpses on a 4K Steelbook. I know. I'll get people saying we don't need it. The film doesn't justify a 4K. But there's a lot of films on 4K that probably doesn't justify being on the format. It just is what it is, right? But yeah, I think you guys should grab it up. I think you should check it out. And I'm keeping my eye out for a House of a Thousand Corpses 4K. And I'm hoping that by next Halloween, if I'm not watching it on 4K, I've still at least got a nice Blu-ray Steelbook to go up with these two 4K Steelbooks. It's time to get it. And get it with Captain Spaulding painted on there, you know? Come on. We get our three-face Steelbook. I dig it. Anyways, I would like to take a moment to thank my members. Thank you all so very much for your extra support. It truly means the world to me. And if you would like to join our members, please make sure to hit that join button down below. But like always, everyone, that's not why I do this. I do this for the conversations and the love of the movies and the films that I dig. And if you do too, you're in the right place. But remember, if we love our art, we should always keep it physical.